シスさいざ君の胸の奥まで届くようなメロディー奏でるよつまらない建前や嫌なこと全部消してあげるからこの音で何の取り柄もない僕にただ一つ少しだけのできること心躍らせる飾らない言葉天使女伝えるよ
Welcome to hooray by the way welcome to Simon no茶の間 Simon's living room and that was our special guest today but that was our main special guest Sogo Akiyoshi はじめまして Sogo さん
はじめまして Simon
and accompanying him and also who will be translating for me is my good friend Chuck the Magpie or what should we call you actually
you can call me in any name. Chuck,
okay,
Chuck.
This is Charlie or Chuck will be not only singing but also translating for me. Which is, but as I announced in my advert, and if anybody has seen it, Sogo is the main guest today, and he is in fact an independent freelance composer and musician, and he and Charlie have created a musical collective, which we'll talk about later. That's also a band, which we'll also talk about later. And he's had a very long and interesting career in the music world, and he's going to tell us about it today. So, Sogo-san, how did you become interested in music?
どうやって音楽に興味を持ち始めましたか一番初めに。
友達とかが、バンドを組みたいっていうのに誘われた時から、で、自分もやろうかなと思っただけで、そんなに最初からすごく音楽が好きとかやりたいなって思ってたんですよ。本当に友達に誘われてからっていう。
There was no particular big event in his life. Actually, his friends started to say, why don't we have a band together? It sounds really cool. And then he had interest in music. So that's the starting point.
And that instrument you were just sat on now, the cajon, I believe it's called, which is a kind of a drum. This was the first instrument that you learnt to play, I believe.
この今座っていたカホンという楽器が一番初めに学んだ楽器なんですか？
いや、仕事で、アコースティックでカホンを叩いてほしいっていう仕事があったから、その時に買っただけで、最初はパーカッションじゃなくてドラムの方から始めた。
He started his career with drums, not cajon. He bought cajon only when he was asked to play for his job.
Okay, I see. So you learnt the drums first.
ドラムからじゃあ覚え始めたんですね。
By
the way, we've got comment from Showroom channel. They were commenting about these jackets.
Well, I have red wine, Californian red wine. It's that kind of showroom. Sorry.
さんのワインが置いてあります。これはもう配信の趣旨がお茶の間をイメージしているということがあって、それで
you may also people in showroom you may also drink and eat whilst watching.
皆さんも一緒にぜひお酒を飲んだりとかしながらお茶の間で、このショーを見ていただけると嬉しいです。
So Sogo-san, you learnt the drums, but you learnt them without taking formal lessons. I understand that you just learnt them by yourself.
楽器と とかドラムとかも含めて楽器をやるときっていうのは、レッスンとかじゃなくて、教育を受けてっていうことではなくて、独学で学ばれたというふうに聞いてるんですか？
厳密に言うとね、そのドラムに関しては、なんていうのかな、先生じゃなくて、日本の師匠弟子っていう人は、もちろんいただくことはあるんだけども、その作曲とか、特にアレンジとかに関しては、ほとんど独学でやったね。
As for composition and arrangement, he learned only by himself using some, like, as we have discussed, from YouTube, etc. Piano, guitar, you learned from YouTube, right? ごめん、英語で聞いちゃった。ギターとかピアノも YouTube だったよね。
そうだね、ピアノ、ギターは。
As for drums, he briefly had a master.
Lessons, yes.
Master apprentice thing. Like it's still happening in Japan, so he had that kind of master before. Briefly.
Well, I learned the drums, but I did it by myself. When I was a student a long time ago, the other students in the house all had guitars, and they said, "Simon, get some drums. Simon, get some drums." So I bought some second-hand drums and started to practice just on my own, not even with looking at YouTube, because this was the 1980s. So there was no YouTube. So
学校にいるときに周りの子たちがみんなギター持ってて、で自分どうしようと思ってたらみんなにドラムやれよって言われたんだけど、彼が学生だった時は80年代で YouTube もなかったので、本当に独学だったらしい。
見たな。僕の時はまだイアンペースの VHS のビデオが出てたから、そういうの見たよって。イアンペースのその教則ビデオ。
イアンペース。ドラマー。He also watched the video. Ian Pace.
Deep Purple.
Deep Purple.
Oh, the drummer of Deep Purple. Oh, yes.
のイアンペースのVHS ビデオ。
Oh, so yes.
But that's not... is laughing, saying Ian Pace. Ha ha ha.
Oh, charming. Not a Deep Purple fan in showroom there. So you learnt other instruments like the guitar and the piano. Could we have a demonstration of your piano skills?
ピアノも弾いてみることってできますか? There's a comment asking why not Kiss Moon?
ピアノじゃあ。
There's a comment. コメントで。So I will copy his PC with me.
Okay.
I will.
Don't worry, showroom. Akiyoshi-san, he vacuumed before the show, so it's all clean.
Can you see?
Yes, we can see.
Okay.
Lovely, very nice. A round of applause from Showroom, and any viewers of mine, please comment in the comments. I can see you there watching, but I don't know if you're there commenting. But that was very nice, and also quite different to the piece that you started the show with. But then you do have, I believe, over 250 of your own compositions.
250曲今やったのって、最初にやってくれた弾いてくれたものと全然違う感じの曲ですけど、250ぐらいストックがあるって聞いたんですが、and we got applause to piano piece, to the piano piece.
And speaking of different styles, when you joined a band after learning instruments, what kind of music did you play in your first band?
初めのバンドではどういうジャンルのものを弾いてたんですか？
まあ基本的にはロック、ジャパニーズポピュラーミュージック。
Japanese popular music.
今はピアノの音とかが好きっていうのと、あとはすごくデスボイスとかすごく激しいロック、ハードロックの方と両極端に好きになっていて、今はそのどっちかしか聴かない。
Now he likes piano kind of really mellow thing, and also hard rock with death voice or this kind of thing. So he has got two extreme favorites.
Like death metal. You like that kind of well, that's if Nuts is watching. This is my guest for next week. She's a death metal drummer. So there you go. You have a kindred spirit. Hello, Nosh. You're late. This is a friend of mine from San Francisco. I mean, I'm not quite sure what time it is in San Francisco, but hello, Nosh.
次週のゲストがデスメタルのドラマーさんなので、すごくいろんな話ができるかもしれない。いやね。
So yes, so a quite broad 3 a.m. in San Francisco. I have dedicated fans in San Francisco.
今見てくれたみたい。
I was watching Luke Cage. We are better than Luke Cage. Yeah, well, Mr. Nosh will be in Japan sort of next, and will also possibly be a guest on this show while he's in Japan. So he's getting some background to see how it goes. But July the 17th, you'll be in Japan. Go and subscribe to his channel and make him make videos.
There's a question from a listener asking, don't you like AKB?
AKB はだ。俺？別に普通。
You have to say yes, because this will tie in very nicely with the next backdrop I'm going to put up.
He gave me a really big answer.
Well, you may well say that, Sogo-san. But you do create music for all kinds of genres and all kinds of styles and tastes, and you did in fact have some involvement in this. I believe.
なんで今度はこう2つジャンルを好きなのをあげてくれたけど、今実はすっごいいろんなジャンルの音楽を作ってるじゃないですか。例えば一番最近のだとそのときめきメモリアル系のものに提供したということを聞いてるんですが、これをご覧ください。
The showroom viewers will probably know this. This is an iPhone game. It was the first time I'd ever seen it or heard about it until you so. So when you're all on the train playing this game, this is the man who wrote the music.
見てくださっている皆さん、もしときめき系のiPhone のゲームをやられることがあったら、その、ね、曲はもしかすると、秋吉さんの曲かもしれないということです。
はい。
Yes, it's quite different to death metal.
日本だとデスメタルってお金にならないんですよね。だからアイドルとかそういう可愛い子が歌うような曲を作った方がお金になるから。
What did you say?
Like he says that death metal doesn't bring him money, so I get to monetize.
Yes, you've got to pay the rent, haven't you? Sugoi says Nosh. Sugoi, yes. Well, but I mean, at the other end of the scale, this is very, commercial. But you also, I don't know. Can I show this? Can I show the Takazawa Kabuki? It's just some gifts.
商業的なものとして今ときめき系のものをあげたんですけど、あと滝沢歌舞伎のこともお話ししたいんだけど、その映像はちょっと流したでも大丈夫ですか？流さない方がいいですか？
流さない方がいいと。
Maybe it's better not to show it because it's yeah, the copyright.
Yes, well, copyright. We may have copyright problems, and I don't want Mr. Takizawa coming down on my head.
We can talk about it.
Yes, well, for those, I was not familiar with Takizawa Kabuki and until you told me about it, so I did some research. But it's a show, a kabuki in the style of kabuki, and very popular. It has its 10th anniversary now, I believe. But it's
今10年ぐらい10年目ぐらいになってるんですけど、その歌舞伎のスタイルを使った舞台作品だということで。
It's not strictly traditional kabuki, is it?
これは全然伝統的な歌舞伎とは違うものですね。
そうですね。
It's more like kabuki meets yosakoi.
よさこいを混ぜた感じ。
その歌舞伎をテーマにして、その日本のトップアーティストがそれを題材に自分の舞台を作ってるものじゃないかなと。実際見たことないからわからないんだけど。
そうしてそういうことを。
逆進展開。
He always gives me like this kind of very hard thing to translate anyways. He says like it's not really traditional. They use kabuki as a concept and then original modern piece, and then he added, but I don't know because I haven't seen it myself.
Well, I saw little clips of it, but it's yes, it's kind of yes. If you can imagine yosakoi and theatre mixed together, it's kind of like that. It's with like taiko drums and this guy, the main character, bare-chested quite often. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but hello, Robert. Robert says hi, Simon. Hi, Chuck. So we'll move away from yes. Everybody, people get with the wrong idea if I leave this picture up. We'll just go back to my living room.
Yeah, actually, listeners from Showroom are saying that it was safer. It was a safer option not to show Takiza Kabuki because they are very about copyright. So
thank you, Showroom, for that information. Yes, I could. No, I won't do an impression of the lead character. I was looking at pictures to use, and one of them had the lead character bearing his chest.
滝沢歌舞伎は結構上半身裸だったりとかするシーンが結構あって。
若い女の子がキャーキャー言いたい。
So they can allure young audience.
Oh, perhaps I should start doing that. Maybe I should come.
僕らが
He said if you do it or if he does it, it's too shocking for you.
Yes, I should imagine.
ぽよん。ぽよん。
So we've done you do music for video games, you do music for theater, and we can talk about generally about another area of your work. We can't mention specific. We can't mention a specific name, but you do produce work for an idol band. That idol, not idol, idol. And,
Yeah. アイドルとかにも曲を提供してるっていうふうに聞いてまして。By the way, we've got the comment. If you guys show your, chest, you would be arrested.
Oh dear. Yeah, luckily that showroom viewers have not seen my old show.
Yeah, anyways, アイドルの方とかにも曲を提供されてるんですね。
はい。
それについてでしたか？
そうですね。やっぱりアイドルとかの方がお金にやっぱなりやすいから、あまりそういう、なんて言うんだろうな、そういう曲が好きとかじゃなくて、技術としてそういう音楽を作る技術の中でそういうのが必要になってくるし、で、そういう技術があるからお金になるから、好きとか嫌いとかじゃなくて、作曲家としては大事なスキルだと思います。
Of course, you always have to have creativity, but then if you want to be a musician, seriously, it's very important to think about how to monetize and then support your life. And this kind of genre, like idols or modern theater, they are creative, but then also you need some skills to be able to produce certain kind of music to monetize this kind of area. So it's, you have to have this kind of skill.
Yes, I mean, yeah, you have to cater to a big audience. If you were just exclusively making stuff for death metal, you'd be on the streets. What did you miss? What did you miss? Totally ASMR says, "What did I miss?" Oh, you missed us not showing our chests, ASMR, and you missed some music at the start. We shall get more music later on, and you missed quite a lot of information. Just watch the replay. So yes, producing commercial work helps pay the bills. But when you've paid your bills, what is the kind of work that you like to do for yourself? What kind of compositions do you like?
例えばそのアイドルの曲とかはそのガス代とか電気代とか払うのにどうしても必要になってきますけど、自分でやりたい音楽っていうのはどういうジャンルなんですか？
僕がやりたいのは、自分がやりたい音楽っていうのはやっぱりいっぱいあるんだけども、例えばこうやってチャーリーがいて、チャーリーが僕の曲を歌いたいと思ってくれてるんですよね。でそういうのを、やっぱ僕の曲いいと思って、なんていうんだろうな、僕の曲を書いてほしいっていう人がいるっていうのってすごく貴重なんです。その作曲家としては。だからそういう人が歌いたいと思う曲を作ることが今の自分にとってはすごく大事なことです。
He says that now he has Charlie, and then Charlie likes Sogo's song, and then Charlie always says that I want to sing your song, and then this is really important for him as a composer to have that kind of person who really loves his songs.
Oh, okay. So I mean, you are like a catalyst, really. So that's great, because I mean, we will come back to that, sort of how that happened, how that originally happened.
And also he wants to say something more.
Yeah.
その日本の作曲家ってすごく数が多いから、僕の作品が欲しいとかじゃなくて、その曲が作れる技術を持った人、その作風がどうでもよくて、その技術を持つ人に依頼をするから、 僕のじゃなくてもいい。他にそれができる人がいればそれでいいっていうだけだから、だからそういう意味で僕が作るものっていうものを求める存在がいるってことがすごく大事なんです。
He says that in Japan there are so many composers, and then they have got certain skills, and obviously he has got certain skills. So he kind of ticked the boxes. So that's why he got lots of offers, and people orders some songs from him. But then he says that that's only because he ticked the boxes and then he has skills. It's not that they need him. It has to be him or something like that. So that is why he thinks as a composer, it's very important to have a singer who loves his songs, so he can be very creative.
Yes, so you can have your own outlet, as it were. Totally ASMR was asking, do you guys also cover other songs, or do you just sing your own songs?
You mean like we do
Covers, yeah.
オリジナルだけじゃなくてカバーとかもやられてますよねって。And we've got the comment saying that nowadays he also has got a request to only play guitar or drums for idol group or singers, etc. So it's not totally related to his creativity.
Oh, so yeah, so you're a musician for these people, yeah, rather than the So where were we? Yeah, the leading on from learning yourself, you didn't learn any formally any composing skills. How did you learn how to compose?
どうやってその教育を受けずに作曲をするっていうことを勉強したんですか？どうやって作曲ができるようになったんですか
？Google 先生。何言ってるか分かったよ。
He had a teacher called Google.
Okay, so you Google Sensei. Yes, there you are, audience. This is how one learns. Google is your friend. Do you want to be a composer? Oh, hello. Who's this? Is this Nuts? It's Nuts. Nuts, the death metal drummer, is looking forward to watch. Hurry up, Nuts, and watch now.
And we've got a comment because he's a genius.
Because you're a genius. This is how you learnt, because it just came to you like this.
だからここになんかピーってくるって。
そう話すと長くなるよ。
It will be a long story, he said.
Yes, ASMR was. I think ASMR had asked about whether you do covers or whether you do your own songs, and Sogo said, huh. and ASMR says his answers are quite compact.
カバーをやってるんですって言ったら言ったからリスナーさんがYouTube のリスナーさんがすごいコンパクトなアンサーで
なんか長くなるよ。
It will be a long story otherwise, he said.
Yes, we only have these guys have to go and rehearse because they have a gig next week, so we have to keep within time frame ASMR. So.
And we've got a comment saying that because he has got an original sound, so that's why he's very special in this world.
Speaking of original sound, I wonder if it's time for a musical interlude. Could we have some more music, do you think?
音楽をなんか聞こ
う。僕の
？You mean his original songs?
Yes, an original song from Sogo Akiyoshi.
なんかオリジナルなんか聞かせてくれないか。
今演奏しろってことかい
？Do you want him to play or do you want him to just like play some music here?
Him playing would be good. Yes.
弾いたもいいね。
流してもいいのかい 流してもいいんだったら流すぞ。そっちの簡単だと。
It says it would be easier to just play with beats.
Well, yeah, this is we have a lazy composer here. So, no. Yes, ASMR says it would be great to hear you perform anything. Yes, well, you play the music. Is it a song? And you could sing, maybe, Charlie.
コメントで、まあ流す前に一回なんかやってくれんかって。
オリジナル、あまりね、うまくないんだよ、俺。オリジナルソングか、なんかあるっけ？
ストーリーとか、イリー。Okay.
Hey! It goes on for longer than that, but we haven't got time. But that is one of an original song by Sogo, and as performed by Charlie. And that is actually on record as well, I believe. It's on CD or iTunes or something.
It's available on iTunes and Spotify. And what? Spotify と iTunes とあと何で聴けるんだっけ？
YouTube.
But yeah, well, you won't get any money if you want people to buy it. So, I mean, this is a song that you wrote, Sogo, and did you write it with Charlie in mind, or did you both come up with it? Did you work together on developing the song?
この「イリ」に関しては、チャーリーが歌うっていうことを想定して作ったんですか？それとも、なんか最初からあったのか、それとも一緒に作ったのかとか、どこが他の曲と違う？
最初からあった曲をチャーリーが気に入って、でそれでチャーリーが歌いたいって言うから、まあ、チャーリーが歌うように、作り直したという感じですね。
As for this particular song, he already had it when I met him for the first time. I liked this song and he rearranged it for me.
Ah, brilliant. So that's interesting. We could go on from that to how you first met, which was at a party, I understand.
初めて会った時って音楽のパーティーだったんですか？英語頑張ってみる？
頑張らないもん。最初は、パーティーで、僕はなんか演奏とかはしてなかったよね。メガネかけてお酒飲んでただけだったよね。
He was just drinking there.
Oh, well, I'll drink to that. It's always a good thing to do when you're meeting somebody. But then you forgot about each other after meeting at the party. You totally forgot about each other.
その初めて
made such a good impression.
二人ともお互いのことすっかり忘れてたっていうことを言ってます。
そうだね。まあ、すっかり忘れてたけど、2回目に会った時は、はじめましてとかって言ってたよね。
So second time when we met, we said to each other, "Nice to meet you," as if we met for the first time.
Who are you again?
そうだね。
But that's really when you first met and started to decide it would be a good idea to work together.
Oh, we've got a comment. Forgot about Chuck. How is that possible?
How is that? Is it Robert? Robert's been preoccupied. That's why that's possible. So this led on to the formation. You excuse me. You met and you decided to work together. But was this when the band was formed, or did the band gradually grow around you?
どうやって一緒に音楽しようと思ったのかっていうことについて聞きたくて、バンドやろうぜってなったのか、それともなんかこう自然にバンドになったのか。
まあチャーリーが僕の曲を仕事でも自分の曲でもいいからとにかく歌いたいっていうところから、じゃあ何曲か歌ってみるっていうところがスタートだったよね。そこからまあいろんな仕事もそうだし、チャーリーのライブとかも手伝うようになったりして、それから今につながってるよね。
So it's not that we just said that let's form the band or something. Like I actually approached to him and asked him like, can I actually sing your song? It doesn't matter if it's monetized business or my original song or whatever it is. So he said, that's okay. Come over to my studio. And then we started to work on some monetized business for, these like agencies and stuff like that. And then we started to work quite closely. And if I can explain to you instead of him, at some point, an agency asked us to form the band, but then it was not really what we wanted. So we dismantled it. And then started to reform it as a kind of like platform for artists and musicians.
So this is where the idea developed. Then you took over that idea of becoming a platform.
Because it actually originally started as a kind of workshop between two of us. So forming it into a band was a little bit too twisted to us. So, we decided to reform it as a platform.
Having said that, though, now you are a band. A band has emerged, as it were, from this. It's now in its second generation, I would say. I mean, the first generation of the band did actually through this agency. The first generation of the band actually went on tour, I believe.
Yeah. そのバンドだった時代っていうのはツアーに行きましたね。
チャーリーとイマジナリーでね。行きました。
And you helped us out as well, Simon.
I seem to remember doing something of that matter. Yes, and we were going to, before the show, we didn't get round to it. We were going to try and reform the name of the band. we could ask our viewers. We could ask our viewers, both showroom and my viewers, to help us. Because the name of the band, as it stands now, is Imaginary Machete Swinger. Rolls off the tongue nicely. But we're looking to change that name, aren't we?
Yeah. さっき去年のツアーはサイモンもベルギーとかオランダの場所を見つけるのをすごく手伝ってくれたりとかしたっていうことがあって、で今こうみんながIMS をまたね、違う形になろうとしてるのとても楽しみに見てるんですが、名前を変えたいというアイディアも聞いてるので、今決めるってことじゃないけど、もしアイディアがある人がいたら、ぜひその IMS の名前こうしたらどうっていうのを、
はい。ソゴの茶の間。
I like it. You've got to now change all the posters before the 27th. Speaking of the 27th, which let's promote you a little bit for all those of you in showroom who are in Tokyo. When is the 27th? Let's have a look. The 27th is a Wednesday. Everybody in Tokyo who's in showroom, who's watching showroom now, if you're free on Wednesday night, go.
The audience, they're not only from Tokyo. We've got booking from Hong Kong, Okinawa, Gunma, Toyama, etc. Many different places.
So if there's any places left for anybody in showroom, whereabouts is it? In Shinjuku somewhere?
In Shibuya.
In Shibuya. Yes. Which club?
It's called Star Lounge.
Go to the Star Lounge. Get there early. Queue up. How much is it to get in?
2,500 yen.
Oh, it's a bargain. Does that include drinks? Are you the only band on that night, or are you on with others?
With others.
With others, but
so we want the audience to enjoy the others' performances, and also there is a painting by Klimt in the venue.
That's why Gustav Klimt painting appears there. Yes, I understand. Yes, you can go and have art and music. I'm just going to transfer to this background because this is the current band, and you will recognize some people in the band, but I shall be asking Sogo and Charlie to tell me who the others are. Here they are.
今度のライブに向けて IMS はこういう人たちとの間で動いてるんですよね。
So
he says that he's just sitting in the auditorium, so he's not part of the band anymore.
Well, yeah, he is the sort of the hidden member. He's like the fifth Beatle.
Don't listen to him. He's a pivotal member. He's a very important member.
I'm just going to freeze it on my backdrop for a moment, so that yes, if you can now explain, we've got here. I'll use my pointer. This gentleman, everybody recognizes. This lady, everybody recognizes. If I move out of the way, but who is this?
こいつは誰ですか？
ギターのリュウ。
Yes, Ryu, our guitarist.
Is he the sea expert, or is that the bassist?
本当は海のことに詳しいんでしたっけ？
そう、船乗りです。
Yeah, he spends half of the month on his ship.
Yes. He's not quite a sailor. He's a researcher who spends time discussing finding out about fluid dynamics or something. Intellectual band members. And this is the bass player, I believe. This is
これはベースのユイさん。
That's our bassist, Yui.
Right, and this chap here.
これは誰？
ドラムのトモさん。
トモ。
And we have here two members who are perhaps not with you. Are they? They're not with you now at the moment.
No, they're in there. Sarai is in Singapore. No, she is now in the Philippines, and Jason is in France.
And this is Jason. This is Jason here at the dancer. He's the dancer. So it's quite a collective, really. What does Sarah do? She's the creative.
Sarah's a designer. Sarah Ima.
So the way they look, the way the band looks, is down to her. And Jason will be dancing at some point for the band.
Jason とのダンスプロジェクトもあるんですよね。
僕の作った曲とかと、あとジェイソンのダンスでなんか面白いことができないかっていうところで、僕の曲を聴いてもらったらすごく気に入ってくれて、でなんかこれを2人でこういろいろ話しながらこの曲とこの曲つなげることはできるのかとかっていうすごい無茶ぶりをされたんだけど、やってみたらすごくかっこよくなって、で今それがすごく動いてますよ。
We are having several sessions with Jason because it's not that we are playing and he's dancing. It's like kind of separate project.
Ah.
And Sogo is composing and arranging the song for his movement, and then he has some kind of ideas, and then I'm in charge of creating narratives because Jason is a contemporary dancer, but he's also he's a dancer for lyric dancing. I wasn't familiar with that genre before. Like
No, I've not heard of that. No.
he creates movement for narratives. So I'm in charge of creating narratives, and then he will be creating music, and then others will be playing instruments, and then Jason will develop his movement. So during a session, we have lots of discussion, like how we should modify, etc. So it's more like, we're having lots of interesting brainstorming, and then we try some experimental things, etc. And we are aiming at November to have a special show for this kind of dance.
And the idea of supporting and promoting other creatives, other musicians and dancers and so on, has that been formalized? Is it do you have a company, or is it still quite just word of mouth, fairly loose at the moment?
We will be working with a particular guy with promotion from July, probably mid. Now Sogo is playing a music piece for Jason's dance now.
So you're building up a reputation at the moment and a repertoire.
Yeah. Can you hear this one? It's really like a platform for artists and creators and musicians to come together and create something. And for this particular dance project, we also have our photographer and video makers who will be shooting Jason separately from us.
So these people, I mean, you have the core band members of the band, but it's not, I mean, you also have, like you say, photographers, videographers, you have Sarah, you have Jason. So it's quite, it's like Apple Core from back in the days of the Beatles.
You mean like it's far more than band?
Yes, it's like it's quite a like you say, it's a collective. Yeah.
なんかもうこれを聞いてるとバンドっていうよりはなんかバンドと枠にはめられる感じではもうないんです。
Sogo is working at the moment. He's thinking, how can what do I need to do to? What I'm going to do, I'm just going to try for those of you who don't know quite what Imaginary Machete Swinger sounds like, because we've had Sogo. So this is the band in action. This is their latest video. This is them rehearsing. So tell me what you think. If you can hear any music, of course. Can you hear anything from this? I'm not sure. Play. I feel if I played it, that would help. Are you able to hear anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, my audience is not able to hear anything. Very quiet. Well, I'll tell you what. The best thing to do is to go to the Imaginary Machete Swinger channel. I should have really put a link in the description, but if you just type in Imaginary Machete Swinger on YouTube, There won't be that many hits, so you'll probably get to it quite quickly. And if you click on the latest video, that's what you'll see.
コメントした、Imaginary Machete。
And everybody in showroom do that as well, and subscribe.
ちょっと、日本向けの日本語ばっかで、文字とかは英語で書いてはいるんだけど、映像はなんか日本語ばっかなんだけど、よかったら、みんな見てねっていう。
That particular video, we haven't done any English subtitles. It's only from yesterday. But then we're interested in how we look like or how we sound like. Please check it out.
Yes, I mean you have to know that before you go on stage. I mean, in the photos I've got of you, I mean, particularly your outfit, Charlie. Are you going to be doing that, or are you going to be more or less as you appeared in the rehearsal?
これからの鹿崎チャーリーのあり方ってどうですかって。今までああいうふうにダンスをしてたんですけど、これはどうしていくつもりですか？
ダンス？
ダンスを。
Lots of makeup and costumes, or just regular clothes.
その見た目よりか、まあ見た目もすごく大事なんだけど、それがもっと歌で魅了できるようなアーティストになれれば、まあね、格好が男でも女でも関係なくなってくる。そのぐらいのクオリティの歌が歌えるような人になってほしいですね。
Yeah.
Yes, there's another short answer for you, ASMR. Yeah.
You're saying, at the moment, I have to be careful about how I look, or I have to decide if I go more for androgynous style. However, he would like to educate me in a way that I don't even have to care about how I look. Like, he wants to educate me in a way that I can be a singer who can just,
Yeah, I mean, not just specifically you, Charlie, but I mean the rest of the band. Are they just going to be? Are they also going to be kind of a? I mean, I noticed from watching the video that it's quite J-rock sound. So and they're all there in their standard J-rock gear, ripped jeans and t-shirts and stuff. So that's going to be. But it's not going to be in the style of your style from your previous work.
例えば、IMS の曲を聴いてると、J-ROCK のテイスト、日本のロックっていうテイストが強かったりとか、リハーサルの様子見てて、みんなの普段着とかも結構 J-ROCK っぽい感じの、テイストがあると思うんだけど、その辺はどう考えてますか？
まあ、日本人の良さというか、まあ、日本人だから日本人らしくしかやっぱやれないから、でそれはそれでいいと思うし、それこそイギリスのミュージシャンとコラボレーションした時も、変に日本らしさをやるわけじゃなくて、向こうの良さと僕の良さを組み合わせてやってるから、でそういうのがすごく、なんていうんだろうな、無理はしないというか、自然のままでみんな音楽をやるのが一番いい形だと思います。
He wants to value these characteristics of characteristic things about Japanese people and Japanese music, but then when he does that, it's not necessarily that he has to use Japanese traditional music instruments or anything like that. But then he wants to value his Japanese taste. So when he collaborates with foreign musicians or artists, he tries to emphasize his Japanese style.
Well, yeah, yes, you would. I mean, you have to impress your own personal tastes, and when you're being creative, I would say yes.
自分出さないとクリエイティブなことするのだね。
So we're approaching the end of the show. We've got about 5 minutes left. Should we round off with some more music?
もうあと数分しか番組で残れていないので、何か音楽をやりますかって。
あ、プレイ
Yes, I mean,
そんなに演奏するのは得意じゃないんですけど。
for all those of us who are not able to attend on Wednesday, which is quite a lot, perhaps we could is there a number you can think of that will be a good way to round off? Or you could choose one of your own particular compositions, Sogo-san, that you think would be nice to round off the show.
He is looking at some songs he's composed and arranged, and then
This is the Simon no茶の間song.
he actually wants to show his piece with another singer, so he is playing it with PC now. It's it's done with.
Her breathing's changing. She moves her head too quickly, shoulders raising, and her body stiff. Touches her lips with her fingers and repeats the same things again. Too many gestures while she shuffles her feet, and she seems to be running in circles, and her voice is getting higher. She's forgotten where her story started, and she thinks she's almost free, but I can't see right through your pretty little eyes.
For this project, we've got a Romanian singer, British guitarist, and Mexican drummer. And so it was a pretty international project.
すごく僕っていうその日本人らしさみたいなものからその海外の人に絡めるとなんかすごくワールドワイドな曲になってすごく自分も気に入ってるところ。
This is for one of his favorite ones amongst other creations he had. He put his own taste, his Japanese taste, and then it was developed into a very interesting international style. So, and he plays piano here.
So yeah, so Sogo-san does actually. I mean, I should transfer to this picture. I don't know whether we had this before. This is yeah. We saw him playing. This is Sogo-san playing the piano, and playing the guitar, playing the drum. He's a multi-talented gentleman.
He's trying his help.
Oh, my camera just died. Oh no, it does that. Why does it do that? I don't know why it does that. You can still hear me, can't you?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I'm going to transfer to. Let's transfer to this. Yeah, it's much nicer than my frozen face. RIP. Yes, it's Microsoft and and Windows and my camera. I'm sorry, audience. It was working fine. I clicked too many things, but that brings us nicely to the end of the show. I shall click on to my guests. That's better. And I would like to thank Sogo-san and Charlie for joining me this week. And hopefully I shall see them again sometime soon. And all those in showroom. Is showroom still on? Is showroom still watching?
Still on.
Well, goodbye, showroom. Thank you for I'm sorry I disappeared there. But everybody in showroom and everybody in my channel, if you can think of a name for the band, all those who know me on Facebook, send me a message with a new name. But I will be discussing this with Charlie and Sogo. But for now, I'd like to thank you all for joining. And I will see you all again next week, hopefully with my camera working. And Nuts, if you're still there, I will see you next week. I'll be getting your questions to you soon. And next week we have a death metal drummer on the show. We're continuing the musical theme. So if you'd like to say goodbye, Sogo and Charlie, say goodbye to everybody. And I also say goodbye and see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tokyo Twilights. Oh, Kaz, he just came in. You just came in at the end, Kaz. My camera stopped, Kaz. So I'm sorry. You'll just have to watch the replay. Okay. Bye.